So then, what are the advantages of being an independent artist?
Well, the advantage for me is that I like to make a lot of different kinds of music. I like to record covers. I like to make electronic music. I like to sing over the top of people's tracks. I like to record kind of more singer-songwriter-ish acoustic bass tracks. And the way not just the music business is, but every business is, is that, you know, what you do is you pick a thing that you do, and you do that one thing, and you do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And you just do that one thing. And if you do that one thing for long enough, enough people who like that one thing that you do will kind of come out of the woodwork and support you. And what I like about being independent is I don't have to do just that one thing. I would probably make a lot more money if I did the one thing. I would probably still be on a major label if I just did the one thing. But I just I just like to move around a lot in my kind of creative you know, activity. So for me, what's nice is I get to wake up in the morning and do what I want artistically and not have anybody saying, you know, that doesn't really sound like a Black Lab track. You need to go back in and, you know, give us a single or whatever they say. Nobody ever said any of that stuff to us because they knew we would rip their heads off if they tried to. But, you know, instead they just, you know, dropped us. So, anyway, that's what I like.
Mm-hmm. So then, what's the hardest part about being an independent artist?
I guess the hardest part is just being self-directed. You know, every day I have to, like I said, wake up and say, what do I want to do today? You know, when I was on a label, there was just a timeline of stuff. You know, you just wrote the record and you rehearsed the record and you recorded it and you then you did the marketing around it. You went on tour, you woke up in the morning, there was a 5 a.m. radio show, you know, you got in the bus, you did the in-store, there was a meet and greet, then you did the show, and then stuff afterwards. And the bad thing about all of that stuff is I hated doing a lot of that stuff. I hated doing interviews. I don't even know why I'm doing this interview. It's because I like you, Zack. But I hated doing the interviews. I hated going to radio station, dealing with, you know, those morning jock cheese ball guys, and I hated doing in-stores and the meet and greets. It was just very artificial. So that was the bad thing about it. And anybody thinks anybody who thinks that rock stars have got a cushy, awesome job that all they have to do is get up on stage, I mean, it is brutal. And I wouldn't, you know, if you said, I mean, I just, you know, maybe if I was 20, I would do it again, but I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't be, you know, I don't know, whoever, Bono or whatever, dealing with all of the corporate and marketing crap you have to you have to do. So that's the bad side of it. The good side is that you have a schedule. You wake up and there's somebody there telling you what to do. It's like being the president. You know, they just, okay, Mr. President, now you're meeting with the Argentinian ambassador and you have 12 minutes. You know, that would be nice sometimes instead of just kind of utter, you know, like, okay, what am I going to do? I have to be pretty strict about scheduling and just marking out my time and in terms, because otherwise, as my fans know, albums don't get made, you know. You know, it takes us a long time between albums, and that's part of the reason why is we're just not on anybody else's schedule. We're on our schedule. So.
Mm-hmm.